Hello everyone. In this video, we will be discussing about first topic in module 1, that is renewable energy resources. So, before moving to this renewable energy resources topic, we should have the discussion on energy. So, what do you mean by energy? Energy is nothing but ability to do any work, or else it is the capacity of a physical system to perform some work. Energy is existing in different forms. Example: heat, kinetic, mechanical, light, potential, electrical, or other forms of the energy. And the energy resources can be classified into renewable and non-renewable. So, what do you mean by non-renewable sources of energy? It is also called as the conventional source of energy that are being accumulated in nature for a very long time, and it can't be replaced if it is exhausted. Nature gifted resources which are consumed, it can't be replaced. Example: coal, petroleum, natural gas, thermal power, hydropower, and nuclear power are the main conventional sources of energy. So once it is used, it cannot be replaced. And moving to the renewable sources of energy, this energy sources which are continuously and which is freely produced in the nature and which is not exhaustible, and that is why it is called as the renewable energy source of energy. Examples we can say solar, biomass, wood, geothermal, wind, tidal, ocean energy, etc. But in this subject, we will be giving the main attention towards solar energy, wind energy, and hydrogen. That means the hydel power station we will be discussing. So, before moving to that discussions in detail, we will have here a comparison between the renewable energy sources and the non-renewable energy sources. So, this is a very important question in the exam point of view. First, let me discuss about the renewable source of energy. So, these are present in the Earth atmosphere. And moving to the non-renewable, these energy resources are found in the underground layers of Earth. Then, the second point in the renewable energy sources, they are replaced by nature in a short period. But in case of the non-renewable resources, it cannot be replaced by nature. And renewable energy sources are abundant in nature, but in case of the non-renewable energy sources, they are scarce in nature. Renewable energy sources do not affect the environment or cause any kind of the negative change, but non-renewable resources have a serious impact on the environment, and this leads to the climatic change. And even they pollute the earth and release many pollutants into air, water, soil, etc. Depending upon the different energy sources in the non-renewable category, all these different kind of pollutants will be mixed with the air, water, and soil, and it is the main cause of the global warming. Then, renewable energy sources promotes a healthy balance in nature. It will not create any problem to the nature, but non-renewable energy resources disrupts the working of nature due to the digging of the earth to take out minerals and coal. And renewable energy sources is very cheap and it is freely available, but non-renewable energy sources, it requires a high cost to procure it. So here I have listed down some of the examples of renewable and the non-renewable. Examples for renewable is solar, tidal, wind, hydro, geothermal, etc. For the non-renewable, crude, mineral, metal ore, and mineral ores, etc. So first, before moving to the renewable, we will have some discussions on the the energy resources which we are getting from underground the earth. So first we'll have discussion on the fossil fuels. So fossil fuel is a term used to describe a group of energy sources that were formed from ancient plants and organisms during the Carboniferous period, approximately 360 to 286 million years ago, prior to the age of the dinosaurs. So at higher pressure and temperature, all these living organisms, maybe plants, animal, and group of all this combination of all these things would have buried under the Earth's surface at this duration of 360 to 86 millions with high pressure and temperature. And this fossil fuels we can mainly categorize into three, that is coal, oil, and natural gases. Coal is formed from decomposition of ferns, plants, and trees, which harden due to the pressure and heat. And the oil is formed from smaller organisms like zooplankton and algae. Intense amounts of pressure cause this complex organic matter to decompose into oil. And the natural gases, it undergoes the same process as oil. However, this process is longer and subject to high amount of heat and pressure, causing further decomposition. Here, one thing we need to remember: if the duration is keep on extending, then it will take its own form of the energy conversion. For example, if you are taking it very early, say for example some 280 or 290 million years means, then we will be getting the fuel in the form of the coal. And if you are allowing it for a few more million years, say for example around 300 to 320 million years, then oil source will be formed. As I told you, the combination of different plants are like one or two cells or even three or four cells, sense animals also can be included in this decomposition process. If the duration is more than 350 or 360 means, then finally we will be getting the natural gas. Depending upon the type of the plants, trees, and different pressure and temperature, we will be getting even different grades of coal. We have low grade coal, medium grade coal, and high grade coal. All these coal categories we are getting depending upon the duration and even the pressure and the temperature conditions, and even the, of course, the ground condition also. Now we'll move to the next very important topic, that is the first we'll have discussion on the non-renewable energy resources. Here I'll be discussing about the solar energy. We know that sun is the primary source of energy. Sunlight is a clean, renewable source of energy, and it is a sustainable source, meaning it does not run out. But it can be maintained because the sun shines almost every day. Coal or gas are not sustainable or renewable. Once they are gone, there is none left. More and more people are wanting to use clean, renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, geothermal, steam, and others. It is also called green power. It lights our houses by day and even dries our clothes and agriculture produces, and even keeps us warm and lots more. Its potential is, however, much larger. And even this form of the energy, it is traveling from sun to the earth without any medium. So even we call this form of the energy transfer is nothing but electromagnetic phenomenon, because the radiation is taking place without any medium. And when we speak about this solar energy, it is basically the combination of many rays. Example, IR rays, X-rays, and even there are high frequency rays along with some visible light like photons, neutrons, and all other things will be all this combination will be together. We call it as solar energy. So in the next video, we will have the different types of solar energy in detail. Thank you.